Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. What a great Friday, traders, and I can't say enough. We had an explosive day, to say the least. A lot of stocks just worked really, really well. Restoration Hardware was our #1 pick in the chat room, and I'll go over that. We did some stuff with CarMax, NVIDIA, SEAL, PRGS, SAIC, and GLPG. And I'll go over SEAL also. It's a small cap play. I think it's heading straight to 3 all day today. There's no buying into that, so that should just fade to $3 and under. So that should be a good stock to show and how and why I read it that way. Okay, I'm going to kind of go over quite a few plays, but before I begin, I would just like to make a mental note on Lyft and my thoughts this morning in the great chat room that we call Awesome Calls. Lyft, to me, is overhyped, and it's been overhyped, and I just simply do not like the stock. To me, it's kind of like a category of Fit, category of GoPro, Snapchat, Groupon. All this reminds me of that. Listen, this is the latest trend right now, right? No more taxis, right? So Lyft jumped, got ahead of Uber, all right, and that's great. And they raised money, but really, to me, the only people that make money on this type of trade are the insiders. And we retail can't go in and short the stock. I wish this had opened up at 90, 100, because all I would have done was, if I had the ability to go get shorts, I would have just put a short in 500 shares and just let it sit there for 2-3 weeks. To me, I really believe Lyft will be a $35, $40 stock before you know it. They are burning cash. Again, this IPO is simply just for the insiders to make their money, to get paid. And that's why you're seeing just a slow sell-off on it all day long. I personally put in a limit order at 35, and it's still not filled. I'm a little pissed off, but it is what it is. If they don't want to fill it, then I'll have to wait. But it's a fad. It's a fad. And with our technology today, I mean, it's just a matter of time before something even comes out bigger and better than Lyft, and bigger and better than Uber. And I personally use Uber. It's on my phone. It's on my app. I've never used Lyft in my life. I didn't even know Lyft existed. But in California, I Uber everything. So, and it's easy, easy to read. And so, anyway, and that's just my personal feeling. If you wish to buy it, put a retirement account. Yeah, you could do that, and then maybe in a couple of years you can go back to work after being retired. Because it'll just bleed you out. To me, it's like a TVIX that reroutes itself every 4 months, goes to zero. It's just there's nothing here. Okay, so that's my personal opinion, and that is my Lyft idea trade today. I cannot short it. I did not have shares. TD does not have shares. SpeedTrader did not have shares. Fidelity did not have shares. So be careful of those that are speaking. Oh, I got shares. Yeah, I got shares. I got shares. Yeah, I got shares. Really, show me the trade. Show me your entry and show me your exit. Otherwise, don't tell me that you're shorting the stock. Okay, so they're really hard to come by, but if you can get them, congratulations to you, because you made 6 points already. All right, almost 7 points. Anyway, so that is my theory on Lyft. All right, we're going to go over the #1 pick in the chat room today, and it was Restoration Hardware. Restoration Hardware today really blew it on earnings. I mean, they blew it. And today, it reminded me a lot of Stamp, when Stamp really got killed off. The shorts didn't really cover right away. They did a little bit, but in essence, they saw lower, and so they didn't cover until, what, 78, 80, and then they started covering. They didn't cover at 100. Some did, but Restoration Hardware just blew it. And listening to the Great Dark Side, when he listened to the conference call, the guy was just lost. I mean, he was, I don't know, he was just lost. I think he just maybe ate the wrong meal or something. But when you asked him a question, he's like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, you know what? When you're in, if you're going to answer Bank of America like that, and they ask you a question, I don't know. Fuck out, I don't know. I don't know. Buy a spoon from me. Want a fork? I got those. Want stainless steel? I got gold-plated shit. I overcharge, like, I mark it up $700 per pan. I mean, I could do that for you. I mean, what do you want from me? Are you going to be profitable? Or are you going to do something? I don't know. Okay, well, then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since you keep saying I don't know, B of A is going to get pissed off and walk over and how about B of A give you a $85 price target? How's that? Does that work for you? The more you say I don't know, the more Curtis is going to go 85. He's lucky he didn't put 75. So this morning when I woke up, being a seasoned trader for 16 years, and all you newbies out there betraying less than 5, got your head up your ass, first thing I do is I go over every analyst call because that's my job. That's what I get paid $6 for. Jesus. I just heard the club's going to open their prices up. I think I'm underpaid. I think I need to charge $250 a month. Maybe less people will come in. Who knows? I don't know. I get $6 a day to do this shit, and I make some of the most unbelievable calls. And today it was a no-brainer for me. Where everyone was bouncing it and longing it, I wanted to fucking short it. And you know what I called this morning? I went on a limb, and I told everybody to buy 100 puts. 100 puts. Who the fuck has the balls to say that? I don't know. Maybe the best trader in the world. That's right. Because I did my homework. I get the fuck up, way before these newbies do. And that's what I do. I start reading. I read. Because you know what? The trader that comes in my room, as great as he is, he doesn't have time for this. His job is to make money. He wants to make money, get in and out. He or she just doesn't want to talk. I want to make my $500, go back to bed. All right. So, I mean, I'm looking at Wells Fargo. I mean, look at this dude. I mean, what are you smoking? You're gonna drop it $10 from 160 from 175, dude. What are you smoking, Zachary? Arby's is hiring. Maybe you can make some of the roast beef sandwiches over there because you're fucking as an analyst. You suck. You just pissed off all your people over there. Surprised they didn't let you go. Anyway, it is what it is. So I'm looking at all this stuff. Deutsche Bank, 185, 124, 120. Anyway, bottom line is, I looked at Curtis's call today, and I just said, I'm going with him. All right? That's it. So I called $100 puts. That's it, at the open. Any pop at the open, any pre-market pop, number one pick, 100 puts. And I stood by it. And there it is. I'd be buying 100 puts. Boom. Somebody in the room let us know that if you bought them at 5 cents this morning, they're worth probably about 20 right now. So you do the math. And in the end, I think it's 100 and under stock. That's it. And all day today, the stock has just done nothing but dump. I did bounce it live in the room, which I was very, 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 very proud of. And I was very proud of Janny this morning because Janny went long out for the 110 this morning in pre-market and just 111, and he ripped it to 115. It was a tough trade because the market makers kept zipping it up and down, so you had to be patient with it, but he still nailed it. For me as a trader, I just wanted it. Once it broke the 111, it was done. I did bounce it live in the room. I believe I forgot my entry, but I think it was one. I first traded it once, and then I lost 30 cents. I was so in and out fast, and then I was only doing 100 shares because I had to get my feet wet. It's really important for me as a trader. It was my first trade in the morning. I was like, okay, I want to get my feet wet. I want to get in there, and I could see it getting ready to pull. I made up a little bit, and I saw the pull coming. I got out right here, and then I bounced it right here. I think just absolutely perfect. It was here or here, and I went long, and I pounded, and I got a 1.25 live in the room. It was a very fun trade for me. I nailed it. Yeah. Oh, this is it right here. It was right here. It was early in the morning. Market opened, and I was going long about right here, and it couldn't push. So I didn't nail it, but I came down here and bought here and popped it. I got in. It was such a fun trade. Only 200 shares though, so but a win is a win, and I made up my 30 cents or $30 loss. Bottom line is stock's going to 100, and that's just the way she wrote it. Okay, so we got that one. The next one is CarMax. Now CarMax, yesterday in earnings before the bell, I said do not short against CarMax. I just wouldn't do it. And I really stood steadfast on that call to not short CarMax at all. And then today, the stock really, to me, I really looked at the chart and I felt that shorts were going to get punked out big time. And I wanted the stock to pull to 65 at the open, I believe. I think that's what I wrote. There was no way it was going to gap fill whatsoever. But CarMax does like to sell off just a tad on their earnings. So I bought CarMax at 65 area and then long it to 70. I initially wanted to pop to 70, but if it didn't and it pulled back to 65 area, go long and then hit 70. And what made this trade even more special is, of course, our great trader in the room, Fire. He took the trade right around here at 68, 67 and called out a long, and the stock has run all the way to 70. So it's a great play. For me, as you can see per my pre-market notes, long the stock at 60, where is it? 65 area and go to 69. So you want to see it? You ready? Excited? I'm excited. Ding, 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 ding. Bell rings. And where does it go? It goes all the way to $65.60. I said 65 area, right? And then I said would pop all the way to 69. And boom, 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 boom. 69. Hit 69.60. Not too bad in 15 minutes of work, huh? Not too bad. How did you know that? I'm AJ Trader. There's only one of me in the world. Okay. All right, the next trade I give you is a stock called SAIC. Now, you don't know anything about the stock because you don't trade it in your room or your pathetic room because your moderator is very limited. They just want to trade the Tesla and the NVIDIAs and the AMDs and the MUs because it's simple shit for them. But in here, that's not what a trader comes in here. His job is to learn everything that is possible. And so SAEC, now I'm going to be real honest with you. I've been trading a long time, but this trade literally took me 8 to 10 years to learn. And I know it sounds stupid, but it's the truth. I had to lose so much on this trade. And now today I can walk in a room, call it out, and there's no ands, ifs, or buts. I already know where the stock's going to go. SAIC has a history of selling off their earnings no matter how good they are. And it is the standard 101 on this stock. And I really read this stock very well. I figured it would pop at the open and then it would fade all day, probably down to 76 and under. If it pulled to 76, I wanted us to bounce it. To me, it was not going to fill the entire gap, but I want you to see a little thing right here, which a lot of you don't pay attention to that I do. You see right here? You see when the earnings came out and it popped? That's where it stopped. See that? So that's my target. I do these little I call them doodle doodles. Okay? I just made that up. Sorry. So this little doodle, that's where I want to go. And I saw it the whole way. Once I popped up and saw yesterday's close, I'm like, okay, I want that. So I don't care what this does. And it was up thin anyway. See the air pockets? It's like thin air. This is what you call air pockets. This is a retail buying 100 shares, and then another retail buys 500 shares, another retail buys 600 shares. This is retail, pre-market, playing around. Like they're not sure what it's going to do. And then a guy like me will go in there, scaling short here, right to the power at 85, and take it down at 76. That's it. That's what a pro talks. But amateurs, they just kind of go, it might go up. I think it could. Please. Okay. So here's the call, SAIC. Just three thanks, buddy. No problem. Oh, St. Louis, you are on a roll today. You paid for the rims on my black Escalade I just bought. Well, that's my job. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. One of my traders bought a black Escalade because he made so much money, and today he needed the rims, so he took 3 points on SAIC. What do you want me to tell you? Anyway, back to the program. So I said to take the stock short and add towards 85, and boom, take it to $76 a share. And you want to see it? Ding, 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 ding. Here's 82, 83. Take it to 85 in case it goes. Scale in and take it down to 76, and you're almost there. You'll be there in about 35 minutes. Not too shabby. I want to give you another trade called NVIDIA. That's right. Oh my God, you trade NVIDIA today? You? Yeah, I did. Yeah. No, tell me you're not one of those rooms. That's all they do all day. NVIDIA, NVIDIA, NVIDIA. Oh my God, NVIDIA. We nailed it. Listen, if NVIDIA is going to gap up too, I'm just going to laugh because I'm going to short the stock and I'm going to just bottom curl it and fill the gap. And it is the most easiest stock to read. And you don't need to buy a DVD. Okay? You don't need to buy all these option DVDs to figure out how to play it. Jesus Christ, I've never seen so much out there. Oh, yeah, buy this for 400. Buy this for 300. Let me show you how to trade it. You want Simple Stupid? Okay, I'll give you Simple Stupid. That's where it closed. Okay? That's where it closed. 178. All right? So if the stock is gapping at 179.80 or 180, what do you want to do? I want to short the stock, gap fill it to 178, and go long. Do you need a DVD for that? Because I will bill you for $499 if you want me to. Something I just told you. But I'll make it more elaborate. I'll do these fancy lines for you. I'll do that. Yeah, fancy lines. I'll put some channels in there. And I'll draw some stuff in there. And then I'll start talking really important. Yes. Well, the put side is going to do on the magical line. And these are the areas of the resistance. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Shut the fuck up. Seriously. Shut up. Just tell me what it closed yesterday and tell me where to buy it. Okay. Short the open. Take it to 178. Go long. Boom. Go make your money. 500 shares. $500. Done for the day. God, how hard was that? Can you show me where you wrote that? Sure. Short 179.90. Room to 180. Gap fill to 178. Go long. Give me something fucking hard. Jesus. Was it that hard? I'm not going to sell you a bunch of DVDs. I got to earn my $6 a day. All right. Next stock is called Seal. All right. This is a small cap stock. It's just trash. It's a $3 stock. It's junk. There's nothing here. All right. They caught some news yesterday. It was running. And the PR today, I think, was, what was it today? What did they talk about today on it? Let me see. Seal. Update the pipeline. Update a pipeline. You know what? I'm going to update what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I'm going to update this trade. I'm going to update that I'm going to put salt and pepper on my potatoes. So I'm going to update you. Okay? Do you see how AKA stupid that is? You're going to update me information I already fucking know. Stupid, stupid, stupid. So you closed at 286? Yes. So I'm going to take you down to 3. How's that? Does that make sense? Because you're stupid. There's no long in here at all. It's just stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay? So all I do is I look where it closed. 286 right here before the news hit. Right? And then I just want to take it right back down. I'm calling 3 and under. So, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to do an ATM anyway. You know, this company's so cash poor. They just like, that's why they're keeping it up. Every time they let loose, look what happens. Just holes. See that? Like there's so many sellers in here they want to dump, but they can't. Got to keep it up for their ATM. Junk stock. But I got to give it to the traders. So I told them to start the stock at 4, 4.5, 4.25, whatever. Put 5,000 shares in and take it down to 3. Okay, I'll give you another one. PRGS. Never heard this before? It's okay. It's okay. I understand. You know, you're in a shitty room. What do you want me to tell you? You know, it's what it is. Okay. Now, PRGS decent earnings. They weren't like out of the park, but they were enough to keep the stock up. Once I looked at the stock, I read the report, checked out some analyst calls. I made a decision that the stock shouldn't come down more than 43 a share. And that was really my call. So I just wanted everyone to short the stock off the 48, 49 level and just take it to 43 and leave it alone. I don't see it less than 43 today on it. If it does, it would be great. But, fortunately that they did have good earnings, and so I have to give them valuation. And that's what I do. That's why people hire me. And so what I did is I kind of just looked at it and I wrote it down just like this. Any pop towards 50 is a short, take it, and then go down to 43. I'd be a buyer at 43. And then it should rip back up to 45. So I gave it two ways. If it popped at the open scale in short, take it to 43. And then it will bounce to 45. If it didn't, and it pulled at the open, just watch the 43 area and then go long, and you'll bounce it to 45, 46. You want to see how people just made 50 more cents, 50% more in our room? Check out Restoration Hardware. Oh my goodness, check that out. 104.55. Wonder what that dude at Wells Fargo's doing right now. What's he doing? What's he doing at Wells Fargo? He's cleaning out his desk. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think he's got some spoons from Restoration Hardware in his desk. Make sure you take those, okay? Because stupid ass call. Anyway, go back to work. Sorry about that. It's a little sidetracked there, Instead of 200, you're up 250% on your puts. PRGS. So this one, I just simply wanted to short the open and take it to 43. And it's 43.52, and it's on its way to 43. It's heavy right now, so it'll snap before 11 o'clock, 11:30. It should snap and hit 43. So the next trade is Restoration, CarMax, NVIDIA, SAIC, GLPG, CO, PRGS, NVIDIA. That's it. That's our trades. So we're going with Restoration Hardware, CarMax, NVIDIA, SAIC. Oh, I have to give you this one. GLPG. I forgot that one. GLPG. This is a little bit of a monster trade. And I'm going to have to share with you what's going to happen on the stock. So you might as well this will kind of be a freebie for you that are not in the room. Whenever GLPG gets great news, their stock really runs pretty much the most of the day. It's hard to short. I don't like to short against it. I had this stock when it was at 110, 111 to go to 115, and that was already on a 10-point gap up. But and then Darkside took the mic and he saw it after 115 hit. He was like, "This has more upside." He told everyone, "Do not short the stock, stay long." But I want you to know that I do like buying 110 and 100 puts on this right now. This is a really good, and I'll show you why. Anyway, the stock was, for me, it was a long. I did want it to come down just a hair more. I think it was 108, 109 or something like that. And then I wanted to long it to 115. That was pretty much what I really wanted to do. It was our number 10 pick, and I wanted to open towards 115. Any slight pullback, look for a nice 4-point pullback if you can get it. And then GLPG normally squeezes at the open on positive news. It's a very thin stock, so you have to wait for your entries. Don't get in too soon. You see how I wrote that? It was kind of really clear, like, don't fuck with this stock. It's a mind fuck. And once it gets going, it goes. And you got to leave it alone. But the good news is, on the short side of it, it is pretty good. And the reason is because I'm going to have to show traders in the room. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to show it, give a freebie out here. If you can look over the last year, you see how it trades. And this is GLPG. It took me many years to figure this out. But first of all, they usually miss on earnings. That's a standard 101. They've never done well on earnings in the last year that I know of. So they're notorious for missing. But I want you to see how it trades. It's really kind of a crazy stock, but every time they do a phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3 primary endpoint, they got quite a few drugs, I believe, in their pipeline. Their stocks always gap up. You see the gap up, and then they sell off. So I'm going to take you through a few of them. Right here, there was one here. See the air pocket? Look at this one. This was a phase 2, I think. And see the air pocket? And then look at how it just dumped. So this is going to be a beautiful short. It's coming. See this one? And then just completely just collapse. That's just how this stock works. And they always do offerings. And so here we are again. Another move. And here's the gap. And right now it's headed towards what, 122? But you'll see in a few days, come right back down. And that's what it does. The sellers go, the buyers go away, and the sellers come in. They start cashing out. So anyway, good trade. Can't really take credit for the extra 5. Dark side kind of walked at 115 to 120. I did get in the room, and I just said I like this to go to 120 off of 117, and because we're a powerful room, look what happened. I'm sorry, another 50% on your puts. Yeah, I'm sorry. Restoration Hardware, 103. Oh my gosh, AJ. Oh my gosh, what room is this? Yeah, that's why we're the daddy. Everybody else is the kids. Know your shit. I'll close your room. Welcome to Awesome Calls. All right, so that is today's webinar. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. Enjoy it and kick-ass trading. I'll see you on Monday, and I'm going to put together a really good program for Monday morning. Make you a lot of money. And but today I thought the trades were pretty damn good. The only one I really messed up, to be honest, was probably Best Buy. I wanted to short off the 1020 and take it down and break the 980, but they held the 980 and wouldn't come down. And because I wanted 925 on it, and they just wouldn't take it down. So it's pretty thick. Maybe it'll come down in a couple days, but right now they don't want to take it down. I can't even believe this company's still around, but it is. Other than that, Boeing turned out to be a nice winner today. We had this going to 380 plus, and then possibly buy the puts on it in case Monday gaps down, because typically it does. We were long at 373, and stock's 382 today, so it's not too bad. All right, so thank you for joining us. If you want to be a part, just click here. I'll see you on Monday. It's $25 for a day, $100 for a week, and $197 for a month, which is $6 a day. And believe me, I earn every penny of that money. All right, so I will see you. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.